gentlemen, please be seated. Family and friends, welcome to this very special occasion, the day when Andrew and Lily take each other's hand and begin life together as husband and wife. Today is indeed a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, and of family, and of two people who intend to spend the next part of their journey together. The marriage ceremony is an important feature across nearly every culture and religion, every generation and society. We have thousands of important moments throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as so critical that we acknowledge its status by sharing it with others. Andrew and Lily believe that their union is based not only on their mutual love, but their desire to work together for the development of union of spirit and for their own personal fulfilment and attainment of their mutual goals. As husband and wife, they will be each other's best friend, each other's confidant, lover, teacher, and listener. And they will endeavour to understand and forgive the mistakes that life is unable to avoid. Marriage increases the scope of responsibility, but it also adds a new dimension to love and life, giving it newfound meaning and purpose. In marriage, we make promises to each other. We promise to exercise our love and to stretch it large enough to embrace the unforeseen realities of the future. The wedding is not over once the cake makes its way back into the box, and once the dress is indeed alongside. It is indeed the wedding that will continue, and it flows on with the marriage, the day-to-day experiences that becoming the lifelong memories of this couple's happiness and strength and mutual love. And sometimes it will be struggle, but they both believe that it is indeed their patience, their trust, their humour and their kindness that are the very qualities that this couple will rely upon as they enter into marriage as a couple. Most people get married believing the myth that marriage is a beautiful box full of all the things that they have longed for: companionship, intimacy, and friendship. But the truth is that marriage starts as an empty box. You must put something into it before you can take anything out. There is no romance in marriage. You have to infuse it within the marriage. A couple must learn the art and form and the habit of giving, loving, serving, praising, and keeping their box full. This is worth everything. Andrew and Lily, we who witness your marriage here today hope that despite the inevitable stresses in anyone's life, your love and your commitment to each other, your trust and understanding of each other will increase your contentment and heighten your joy in living as you enter into this wonderful marriage together. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fiona Dacomb and I am a civil celebrant authorised under the laws of Australia. Andrew Yishok and Liang Chow, before proceeding with your marriage, as I am authorised to do according to the laws of Australia, I am bound to remind you both publicly of the serious, solemn and binding nature of the most wonderful relationship into which the two of you are about to enter. Marriage, according to the laws of Australia, is the union of a man and a woman, entered into voluntarily and exclusively, with the hope and the firm intention that it will indeed last for a lifetime. Wan Ling, could I please ask you to take our beautiful bride's flowers? And Andrew and Lily, please turn and face one another and hold hands. Andrew and Lily, love, trust, and forgiveness are the foundations of marriage. And today, this is your promise to your best friend. Do you both take one another as husband and wife. Thank you. Now, Andrew and Lily have written their own beautiful vows, so please listen carefully. They have been written from the heart.
Lily, today I call upon the persons here to witness that I, Andrew, take you, Lily, to be my wedded wife. I vow to appreciate each day how lucky I am to have a man who makes me feel the way you do, beautiful, cherished, and loved. I look forward to coming home every day to tell you about what happened, to sit with you in the evening holding hands and go to sleep and dream of you. As we take each other's hands, let the intertwining of our fingers be a symbol of our conjoined life as we walk together hand in hand from now until the end of our days. I promise to always be open and honest with you, even though it might take me until right before we go to sleep to get the words out. I vow to laugh with you in good times and to solace you when you are downhearted. Thank you for the patience you've always had for me.
Andrew, today I call upon the persons here to witness that I, Lily, take you, Andrew, to be my wedded husband. I vow to appreciate each day how lucky I am to have a man who makes me feel the way you do, beautiful, cherished, and loved. I look forward to coming home every day to tell you about what happened, to sit with you in the evening holding hands, and to go to sleep and dream of you. As we take each other's hand, let the intertwining of our fingers be a symbol of our conjoined life as we walk together hand in hand from now until the end of our days. I promise to be always open and honest with you, even though it might take me right until before we go to sleep to get the words out. I vow to laugh with you in good times and to solace you when you are downhearted. Thank you for the patience you've always had for me.
May I have the rings, please? Thank you. Please take Lily's ring and place it at the end of her finger. Please repeat after me. With this ring, I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward, you shall never walk alone. May my heart be your shelter, and my arms be your home. Thank you. Please place the ring on Lily's finger. Lily, please take Andrew's ring, place it at the end of his finger. Please repeat after me. With this ring, I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward, you shall not walk alone. May my heart be your shelter. May my arms be your home. Thank you, Lily. Please place the ring on Andrew's finger. Andrew and Lily, as you continue on your journey together, I ask you always to love and trust one another implicitly and value each other as distinctive and unique individuals, forgiving and forgetting when needed. And remember, last but not least, marriage is not just marrying the right partner, it is also being the right partner. Ladies and gentlemen, with all the vows and the commitments that Lily and Andrew have made before all of us here today, it is now my very, very great pleasure to pronounce them both husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, Please enjoy some background music. Don't go anywhere. If you'd like to go and stand in the shade, please do so while we just sign our legal documents. Thank you so much.
Thank you, all friends, to be here. Thank you. Thank you, all friends, to be here for making my daughter's wedding day so meaningful. We truly appreciate your time and love to share this special day with us. As I was holding Lily's hand, walking along the aisle, my memory went back to the first time I held her hand in hospital when she was born. From then on, I always held her hand in all important moments of her life. Her first smile, her first word saying daddy, her first step, her first dance. These moments never vanish in my mind. Suddenly, my girl graduated from junior school, high school, university, and today, her wedding day. From the past, there is one thing that never changed. Whenever she was happy, sad, in good times, in bad times, I always feel the same, support her, and let her know she is my beloved daughter, as always. However, today, I'm about to give Lily's hand to her husband, Angelo. To be honest, it is very hard to do that, but I know it's the time. Angelo, if you have a daughter in the future, you will feel what I feel. I'm so grateful that my girl has found the right person in her life, and they love each other. I guess you must be very excited to build your own family. Also, I have some words to my son-in-law, Angelo. I have to tell you the truth, that marriage is not as easy as we think. But don't worry too much. I will tell you some secrets. Sometimes, to be a slow reflection or silly happy person is very healthy for many marriage. Please trust my 30 years husband experience. In marriage, wisdom is much more useful than intelligence. I will tell you more in the future. To Angela's mom, I want to thank you for raising a great son. He has a good work ethic, is very responsible, and has a caring nature. Without you, he wouldn't be the person he is today. In the end, thank you all friends again to be here as a witness for the happiest new couple and today, and give them the best wishes for their new life. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know me, my name is Alex. I'm Andrew's uncle. First of all, I would like to thank Andrew for asking me to be his best man. When I agreed to it, I didn't really think about it. It was like saying yes to a party invitation. But as the day was getting closer and closer, I realized more and more how important it is. It's actually a big honor to be standing here today. I've known Andrew since he was born. In fact, I remember the day really clearly. I was at school and I announced to everyone that I had become an uncle. I was very proud. I felt like all of a sudden I became a grown-up man. What I found over the next few years is that being grown up means many more responsibilities. Things like taking him to childcare and back, making sure he is not hungry, keeping him occupied until his parents are home. Luckily, I didn't have to deal with his nappies. Lots of things have changed since then. Andrew has grown into the man you see here today. He's ditched the nappies, and he is more than ready for the responsibility of looking after a family, however big that family is gonna be. Lily, no pressure. Finally, I would like to say thank you to everybody for being here today. Thank you for joining the newly married couple in their celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses, a toast to the happy couple.
Thank you very much, Alex, for your kind wish.
Angela. Hello, everyone. Before my speech, I just wanted to say thank you to both of the previous speakers. I literally had tears in my eyes when you both spoke. So thank you very much for your kind words and advice. And let me just find my speech first. I'll check if it is mine, actually. Yeah, it is mine. Well, first of all, on behalf of my wife and I, we would like to thank everyone for coming here today. It's fantastic that we can share this day with the closest family, friends, acquaintances, friends of friends, extended family. It's actually quite possibly the only time my wife will let me talk on behalf of both of us. So please bear with me if I look a bit nervous, because I have chosen not to use the pre-written speech that Lily gave me last night. We've been planning this wedding for quite some time, and when I say we, of course, I mean Lily has done all the work, and I was just agreeing to everything. So we appreciate you all coming here on a Sunday to this beautiful venue, which looks almost like a fairy tale castle. Believe me when I say that it wouldn't be the same without all you here today. It would actually be much cheaper. As some of you here know, we've been engaged for a few years before getting married. I proposed to Lily back in 2014 on the same bench where we first kissed the year before that, just outside her parents' house. I thought if she says no, at least we wouldn't have to awkwardly walk very far to get her home. Luckily, she said yes, at least I thought she did, because I was so nervous I didn't even hear it. I memorized the exact words that I wanted to say to her when proposing, and that night, as we were on a date, I was running my little speech over and over in my head, and I couldn't even tell you now at all what we were talking about that whole night. It's a make or break moment, the proposal, and even if you're pretty sure that the girl will say yes, you still can't help being nervous. And 3 years have passed since that day, and we finally got married. Honey, you had your chance to change your mind. I think I've given you plenty of time to reconsider. It's too late now. You're stuck with me forever. Now, of course, I would like to thank Lily's parents, Linda and Jack, or as you might know them, Shaolin and Wan Long. They are amazing. I had the pleasure of living with them under one roof for about a year before we bought our own place. And I gotta tell you, I could never have dreamt of better in-laws. Moving in with Lily and her parents was a daunting thought at first. How much could a Chinese family have in common with a Ukrainian guy? I was very concerned about possible cultural differences, but however, since our first meeting, when I came to meet the parents, they made me feel extremely welcome. Gradually, as we met and spoke more times, I learned that China and Ukraine has actually a lot more in common than you might think at first. For example, in both cultures, children value and respect parents a lot. We don't just disappear from their lives as soon as we turn 18. And when they become grandparents, they have a lot more access to their grandchildren, as opposed to some other cultures, for example. Surprisingly, things we eat is also similar in many ways. I, for instance, never refuse to eat chicken feet or pig ears when we go out, things that some Australians might not even consider edible. There are differences too, of course. For example, I learned too late about how Chinese people express gratitude and affection towards someone other than your partner. I thought I was being nice when I hugged and kissed Linda on several occasions after being invited for dinner. However, Lily later told me that this was probably too much and I shouldn't have done it. So I hope I didn't make you too uncomfortable. Another time I was shocked when we saw a fight at a Chinese restaurant near checkout. I thought they were going to kill each other, but Lily told me they were simply arguing over who was going to pay the bill. Apparently this is a big deal in China. That's why ever since then I always let Jack pay the bill because I don't want to fight him. Language barrier can also be a little bit of a problem sometimes. We all speak English to the best of our abilities as it is not our first language. However, sometimes you want to be certain that the person understands exactly what you're saying and not simply nod their head. I was in a situation once on the morning of my proposal to Lily when I came over to ask Jack's permission to marry his daughter. As we were sitting in the kitchen drinking tea, I made my move and I told Jack that I loved Lily and I wanted to marry his daughter, and I was there to ask him for his permission. And we've all done it. Sometimes you're talking to someone, you didn't really hear what they said, but you don't want to interrupt them and keep asking to repeat it, so you just say, sure, yes mate, I agree. Well, I wasn't going to be satisfied with Jack's first reply because it came out too easy. If someone was asking me permission to marry my daughter, I would at least pause for a minute to process it and also to make the poor guy think that I was considering other answers as well. Since Jack agreed even before I could finish the sentence, I thought something might be wrong here and he might have misunderstood me. So I repeated the question over and over a couple more times slowly, and luckily I got the same reply every time. I know you might have understood me the first time, but I didn't want to risk it in that situation. I didn't want to end up believing that I got your blessing while you just thought I came to borrow a screwdriver. I would like to promise you that I will do my best to live up to your expectations. I promise to always love and support Lily. She is the love of my life, and I hope that today you're not losing a daughter, but rather gaining a son. Thank you. And it will be my honor to call you mom and dad. Okay, now on to my family, which is represented here by my mom and my sisters. My mom doesn't understand English, which is a good thing. Hopefully she will not start crying as I talk about her. Although there should be someone at the table translating for her. Mom, thank you for all your love and support over the years. You had an impossible task of raising the four of us. Okay, wipe her tears. You had an impossible task of raising the four of us, me, my two sisters, and my dad, all in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't know Chinese. You've always been there when I needed you, and you sacrificed a lot for us, your children. And I know it must be hard for you to come to terms that you've raised a perfect son. Thank you, Mom. Also, a quick thank you to our bridal party, my best man Alex, Lily's bridesmaid Wai-Ling. Thank you for helping us organize this day and for your support. And finally, I didn't forget about it, on to the brightest star of tonight, my wonderful wife Lily. Doesn't she look amazing? As you might know, we met online, and sometimes when you only see pictures of someone that you haven't met, they might look a bit different in real life. And I remember our first date as I was waiting for her near the Queen Victoria building, and there's many people walking around and standing. And I noticed this beautiful girl standing around and also waiting for someone, but I didn't want to approach her because she looked way out of my league. And so I waited a bit more, and then I dialed Lily's number to check where she was. And then I noticed that beautiful girl picked up her phone and she said, I was already here. And only then I believed that it was in fact Lily. We've known each other for 4 years now, and however, I proposed to you just after 1 year of dating. And I remember you asked me once if I thought I did it too soon. Well, honey, as soon as I met you, I fell in love instantly. And I wanted to propose as soon as possible. I wouldn't have done it earlier, but I didn't want to look too eager, so I waited for 1 year. And finally, today, my dream came true, and I got married to the most beautiful girl. A wise man once said, "To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world." Lily, you are my world. Everyone, please raise your glasses and join me in this toast to my beautiful wife, Lily. To Lily. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of the evening.